Hello everybody, and we are back again. That was a little elongated 10 minutes, just working on things, getting used to them. It's difficult when you don't have hotkeys, I will say that, but it's alright, we all got it all set up here, good to go. But tonight's second match, we got Grand Clamps versus Cornbred Cowboiz. And me and Nuko here were actually both Division B players ourselves, both captains actually too. And have you played both these teams yet?
I do not think so. No, I've yet to play these guys, and I'm really curious to see how these guys play. I actually mentioned earlier in the call that the long con of being a captain on Div B and being a caster is that I can scout the teams, but I'm only joking.
Yeah, kinda, right? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's I don't know. It's interesting. It's gonna be interesting one tonight. I'll say that, just because. I don't know if you were watching last week's stream with Grand Clamps and One Hit Wonders, but Grand Clamps were the underdogs. One Hit Wonders, I played them first week actually, and we lost game 5. Granted, it's first week, and I believe if we played them maybe week 2 or whatever in the future, it could have been different, but that first week is so tough when you're trying to figure out how your team plays and such. And so we lost to them, my team lost to them, but Grand Clamps, they completely swept them. And they're the only team that they've beaten so far. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they play tonight, because they could start off hot, cold, I don't know. And then for Cornbred Cowboiz, I don't know, they just seem like a very well-rounded team. I mean, I don't know, I guess. What are you looking for in tonight's matchup?
You know, I have seen Grand Clamps play previously, and I will say that they are a pretty darn good team. I unfortunately I can't speak for Cornbred Cowboiz. I haven't seen them too much yet. I haven't seen any of the games just yet. But I guess that's a good opportunity to start today and kind of see what they have to show. But I want to kind of go back and mention how week 1 we're kind of figuring out our teams. It's a little bit rough. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect just because you don't really know the play styles of the people. You don't even know the people hardly. And so it can be a little bit kind of helter-skelter in the beginning. But now, we're kind of into week 4, things are becoming more rounded, and it's kind of looking like everyone's kind of a solid team, and I wouldn't count anybody out, is what I guess I'm trying to say. And I'm really excited to see how, Cornbred Cowboiz perform in response to how I believe that Grand Clamps perform.
Yeah, I don't know. While you were speaking that, I'm just seeing Spoon calling me out with the world's loudest keyboard over here. Apparently, they can hear me typing and whatnot, which is whatever. I don't care at this point. I like my keyboard. It's cool. It's colorful and all that. But yeah, no, I agree too. Everything what you said, I totally agree as well. But with that, I think we won't waste too much time. We're just gonna go right into Division B stats.
All right.
So. Division B stats, I guess I don't know, you can talk about what you see overall or what you see just between the two teams, but hit me with it.
I'll just start with the overall Division B league leading stats. Winning chance, obviously gonna have to go to Kerchu here with an 82% winning chance. They are undefeated as of right now, and they're winning a lot of the games that are in their series. And they have been playing very well. I've been watching them play throughout the series, and they've been solid so far. And then One Hit Wonders getting a lot of goal percentages. Kerchu again with assists. And then also Kerchu with shooting percentage. They are getting a lot of these league leading stats here.
Yeah, they're lethal.
Hippo Crips, my team here, getting the most saves. Nice job, guys. And then shot percentages shot per game are gonna go to One Hit Wonders at almost 9 shots a game, which is honestly crazy. And then, Grand Clamps, they have a lot of demo percentages. It looks like we get 4.5 demos a game, which is a lot of demos, honestly. And I love watching demos. I love being able to see demos in series. I think it's super fun. And then the Gilded Guilds, again, if there's going to be a team that gets the most demos, there has to be a team that gets demoed the most. Otherwise, the stats just wouldn't add up. And so, unfortunately, Gilded Guilds kind of getting the short end of the stick there, getting the most demoed.
Yeah, and I can speak from experience just teaming with Jaden last semester. It's not really a shock to me that his team is leading in demos. I feel like it doesn't matter what that he's participating in, whether it's DCRL League or just NDSU Club in general, but he sets out a goal to just demo, and just be annoying. And so I kind of have that personality as well, just teaming with him. So, but I mean, just with that, I'm not surprised. But with Cornbred Cowboiz, they don't have anything. That they're almost at that, 8 shots per game average. They do have a decent winning percentage, obviously a little higher than Grand Clamps, which is good. And so we might see that be a factor, just them being able to close out games rather than Grand Clamps, where they're sitting at 33%. And so
yeah, I think that their stat differentials, they're very close, with maybe the exception of their shots and maybe even their saves. But again, like, they're really closely matched, and I think that it's going to really be a tight game here. Just on paper, at least. We don't know how they're actually going to perform, but on paper, this is going to be a tight game.
I agree. But we got a new subscriber, Mr. Greek Avenger 4. Thank you very much.
LMAO Imagine.
Subscribing with the Prime, we appreciate it. Yeah, hit us up with some subscribers. Man, I need to drink some water. Alright, well, we'll go into Cornbred Cowboiz stats. With them, we kind of already mentioned that they're not highlighted in any of these stats. There's no red that you can see. But it's also a little weird, too, with Rooney sitting at a lower goals per game average than Pilot Chris. Considering he's the captain, he's kind of the guy, leading the charge. I personally feel like...
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. These alerts. But anyways, my personal opinion, I feel like Rooney should be popping off a little bit more on paper, but I guess I want to hear what your thoughts are.
Unfortunately, being new to this series, I don't actually know any of these guys personally, so I don't know how these guys play. I've mentioned before, and I'll probably say it like 10 more times a day, but I don't actually know Cornbred Cowboiz, so I don't know these guys, so I kind of just have to go based off of paper. And knowing that Rooney is the captain here, he's definitely still, being a team player, he's getting some shots on board, more than the rest of the team, actually. And I guess it may be just coming down to not getting the shots on, they're getting saved all the time, but, he's putting shots on, they're just not actually getting into the net.
Yeah, and I mean, we're gonna see if that changes here tonight. I mean, that's all I really have to say about Cornbred Cowboiz. We can hop right over into Grand Clamps. With them, you got Tyler sitting at 41% shooting percentage. Jaden, a little bit more defensive player with 2.33 saves per game, leading the division in that individually. And same with Demos. Again, not a surprise. But Chief Nick in the middle there, it seems that he's a little bit dragging behind. I don't know, does he kind of stand out to you? Or I also kind of noticed the assists per game by Tyler sitting at 0, which is a little odd.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have, like, kind of your third man that maybe isn't doing a whole bunch, or, just not quite in rotation all the time. There's always going to be one guy, just based off of how, like, what team picks are for Div B, that's not going to be, popping off as much as maybe Jaden here, who's the captain of, Grand Clamps. But I kind of want to talk a little bit about how Jaden is managing to get the top amount of saves per game and the top demos per game in the entire league for Div B. And that probably, if I'm like playing this out in my head, it has to go like he is getting a lot of boost, going for the demos and then rotating to third man and then still getting the save. So I imagine that Jaden here is boost starving a lot of their opposing team.
No, honestly, you're not wrong to think that. That is a little odd that you point that, or not odd that you point that out, but interesting that you point that out. The only thing is that's odd because you see saves per game that he's, got the most in his division. Same with demos, but saves you're on defense, demos you're on offense. So it's like, where is he really on the spectrum? More of aggressive, more conservative. I think he can do it all, honestly. But, I don't know. Are these guys ready to go here? I know Jaden's complaining in the chat, but that's his typical thing.
Talking about homework. I think we might be ready to go. We have all of them in here.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can go ahead and start it right up and get right into it.
All right. I want to hear your predictions, Billy. What do you think that this series is going to go to?
Good thing you reminded me because I almost forgot again. I think Grand Clamps come 3-1.
3-1.
Yep. 3-1.
Okay.
I don't know. What about you?
I'm also going to go Grand Clamps. I don't want it to be a sweep. However, unfortunately, I do think that it will be a sweep. Unless, maybe I'm overshooting, Maybe I haven't seen Cornbred Cowboiz, and maybe I just don't know anything about them. They're actually really cracked.
Yeah, I mean, again, like you've said, you're going to mention here multiple times tonight, like you don't know too much about them. As you already got a shot coming from Jaden, an absolute heater on net. Pilot Chris, beautiful save. I love how the aggression's just completely changed, just from me casting the last match, Division C, to this one now.
Yeah, I actually watched the last Div C game that you and Travis had casted, and a very, very kind of a different change of pace. You know, everyone's playing a little bit faster, everyone kind of knows what they're doing. There's less awkward positions that everyone's kind of in, and people are just kind of, I almost want to say less thinking and more going, if that makes more sense.
Yeah, no, I do know that specifically Grand Clamps, they do have that just go mentality, like go, go, go. Like, go get them. Oh,
nice
as
job.
an interruption, yeah. That was a beautiful save from Chief Nick there. Rudy not able to make a read there, so he's maybe going to try to just interrupt this ball with 0 boost. Getting the rotations back. Full in the corner. Irie, a little bit of space. Does get 50. Back to Rooney. That one's on net. Irie doesn't get the 50. Tyler putting it over into his corner. Beautiful defense by him.
Pilot Chris not able to get the redirect onto their side. Jaden now for a shot.
Oh, Jaden! Man, what a shot! Like, the pass is beautiful itself, but what a play from Grand Clamps.
Yeah, I almost wanted to say that Rudy just maybe didn't expect that Jaden was going to get such a nice touch on that, and so didn't put as much defensive pressure as maybe he'd wanted to, but
okay.
Unfortunate for them. Hey, I will say, there's been so many times where I just have to pray that they don't touch it and we'll be fine.
Yeah. It's funny. I was just kind of chuckling too because I could see Jaden's fingers right up in the camera for the player cams when he's typing in quick chat. Little sausages.
Right here, Jaden's gonna try to take it, but doesn't quite get the touch. Gets it past Pilot. Now Rooney here in the corner gets a nice touch up. He's got a lot of boosts. He looks like he's gonna go for a nice aerial touch here. Gets one. Jaden with a nice save though over into their corner. Now Irie pops it over their wall. Doesn't look like it's gonna get a save. Oh, but unfortunately, the second man wasn't there. And a banger came up on Pilot, but unfortunately, Jaden was able to save it there. Jaden has been saving a lot of these so far. His paper has been proving.
Tyler with the pass up to Chief Nick. He isn't quite quick enough to get up there, though. Tyler, nice 50. It's floating right over Irie. Can he get there before he does? There's a double commit from Grand Clamp, so we're going to see if there's a counterplay coming from Rooney. Oh, he doesn't quite get it past Tyler there. It's open, kind of, for Jaden. Oh, I could tell.
Irie was able to read it.
Yeah, I could see the fake coming out of there.
Pilot Chris now trying to get a nice read on there, but Chief Nick kicks away. Irie and Rooney out in the back here. Rooney kicks it way up high, and Tyler 18 have to go on their backboard to root it off. Looks like Pilot Chris gets a nice demo there. And Chief Nick, unlucky, he front flips. Oh no.
Yeah, he was just caught off guard there a little bit. You can see Irie putting on that offensive pressure, bumping, demoing. And now they just tied the series up there with a little less than halfway to go in this first game.
Yeah, super tight so far. There's a lot of cheeky plays going on. You know, sometimes you just have to toss it up and say, hey, nice shot. You caught me when I was lacking, and that's all it took.
All right, with Rooney. Oh, Pilot Chris, he's driving backwards. Interesting dynamic to go for there, but it works.
Nice clear. Tyler 8 bangs it up into their corner now. Has to go for a demo, not quite. Pilot Chris banging it out once more. Chief Nick's going to have to back up. Looks like he's going to go for another chip outwards. Pilot Chris not able to get a read on that. A little bit awkward here in the middle.
Ooh, bumps coming out from on the team. Jaden, maybe a nice flick. He does get it over. Ooh, Jaden, what a beautiful flick.
Well placed there, right in the top left bins.
Oh, man. It's crazy the weird car designs that people are using. Like, Jaden's using the Ghostbusters. Yeah,
like I kind of enjoy it. You know, we got Pilot Chris rocking the Bronco, we got Jaden rocking the Ghostbusters car. You know, it's a little bit fresh.
Yeah, he's been using the Ghostbusters car for it almost feels like eternity, and I don't understand why. I think he just kind of does it for the memes. But he does get bumped there from behind. Irie hits the weight room.
Wow.
Puts that one in.
Jaden a little bit awkward there on the dribble and gets bumped away, and Irie was just able to slide it right past Chief Nick and gets a well-placed 50, and Tyler not able to get the save on that one.
Thank you, Maxo. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
2-2 here, left to go. 1:30 on the clock. Still a very tight game. Lots of shots going out, and a lot of 50s are what appears to be kind of the reason for the goals that are kind of that we're seeing here.
Ooh, Chief Nick, he just seemed to not be off that ball. Perfect. Rooney passed one. Gonna get that side boost. Can he get it past another? Puts it on the board. Chief Nick awkward. Gonna let Jaden take that one as Irie is able to follow.
Not a lot of opportunity is. Looks like Cornbred Cowboys are kind of backing up Jaden now. Gonna have to save that one again. Rooney here on the wall. Gets it past in there. Irie now playing way back. Gets it right past him. And Tyler In's gonna go up early. Out of boost though. Pops it down. Chief Nick following him up. Tries to get a 50, but Pilot Chris punches it past him.
Interesting rotation back from Jaden. Kind of wastes a little boost in the air there. Tyler, nice bump. Gives Chief Nick an opportunity to pin it past. Irie, not the best clear. Tyler, it's wide open.
Gosh.
He puts it in.
Oh no!
What happened? You just missed?
I think it's one of those things where like you're playing back and your teammate goes up for it, and you think that your teammate's gonna hit it, and then he ends up not hitting it, and then throws your rotation way out of whack. Unfortunately, Irie and Rooney not able to get this clear on that one.
All right, well, with 20 seconds here, about 20 seconds, we got Grand Clamps leading by 1. Let's see if Cornbred can answer. A little bit of whipping coming out as they're just rotating backwards. Irie maybe creating an opportunity. He does get a 50 over to Rooney, so we're going to see if he takes up the wall here. He only has 17 boost. 10 seconds remaining. Shot on net from Jaden. Puts it into the corner. Pilot Chris up, maybe getting a 50. No, Tyler puts it right over to their goal. Oh, team bump there. Rooney keeping it up.
Nice touch. Jaden and Tyler G both up.
Chief Nick's gonna keep it up. Rooney puts it in! Rooney!
Oh my gosh!
Tying it up at 0 seconds. Chief Nick, why? You can see the distraught coming from Grand Clamps, all throwing their hands up and just absolute disbelief. But here we go, folks. Game 1 overtime already.
Oh wow, that's so unfortunate for Chief Nick there. You know, he wants to touch the ball, but you know, deep down he knows that he has to drop it and let the game die.
I mean, maybe in his perspective too, he just personally thought that he needed to hit it, but I don't know. It's just really
also,
unfortunate.
Playing shadow defense, you know, you really can never tell if you're being pushed that hard or not.
Yeah, that's true, but. We see demos coming out, shots being pelted at Grand Clamps. Luckily, Jaden, the savior defender, or savior. I don't know how to pronounce that, but.
Rooney now taking it to mid. Irie with a double commit there. Jaden gets a nice clear over to Irie. Irie looks like he pops it high. No one to follow though, so Irie's gonna follow once more, but Tyler's gonna take it away.
Jaden putting that one on net. Irie's up. 2 of them are up, actually. Thank you for the sub, Craps. We appreciate it.
Chief Pilot here. Up on the wall. Irie looks like he's going to go for a 50. He does get it. Jaden also 50s with him. Now Rooney pushing up hard. He's a nice 50. Still up. Still a chance here. Chief Nick tries to get a nice little cookster pitch in his corner, but not quite though. Looks like Pilot Chris is going to go up, and it gets cleared by Jaden.
Okay, I'm going to be the first to say here, though, like, we're almost at 2 minutes overtime. This is only game 1. And how it came to be overtime, if if Grand Clamps don't win this one, I think it's going to really hurt their mental.
I think at this rate, we're sitting to end stream at about 9 o'clock and maybe get the next game going at around 9:15. Rooney now for a shot. Chief with a nice redirect there. Pilot looks like he's going to go up, and Tyler takes away from him. Jaden now takes it over to their side. Irie pops it high. A little bit of boost to play with, but Chief Nick's up early. Rooney now kicks it back over. A lot of aggression here.
Oh, no! Oh, very unfortunate for Grand Clamps. A whiff to end it all. Not even a powerful shot.
From both sides, you know, just like, you know, he was there for the save, and he just ends up, the first guy ends up whiffing, and the second man's just not quite able to read it in time, and just not quite in position either. And unfortunately for Grand Clamps, the first game is going to go to Cornbred Cowboiz.
Oh man, that was honestly, that was a really great start to that series. Kind of makes me looking forward to what's next. Right now, I forget, what did you kind of predict in that little prediction that we did before?
I think I agreed with you. I didn't want there to be a 3-0 sweep, but I guess that's now impossible. with the exception of Cornbred Cowboiz taking this home. But I said Grand Clamps probably 3-1.
Grand Clamps 3-1. Well, yeah, I think I lost my prediction. I said 3-0, and that's that. But we're going to try to get here in this next game pretty soon. I don't know. I really love the change of pace, especially from Div C to Div B. We're kind of talking about it previously, where it's very noticeable. I mean, it's really noticeable when it's side by side there.
Yeah, especially, just watching the game before in Div C and now watching Div B. I still think that there's a little bit of things that Div B here needs to kind of iron out if they really want to speed up here. I'm seeing, there's a lot of clears going off, especially on this game. There's a lot of clears going off on both sides, and second man is maybe just a little bit too hesitant to follow it up right away, or maybe they just don't have the amount of boost or not the right position. There's a number of different variables that kind of go into it. But looks like Chief Nick's gonna go for a shot. It goes off the post though. Tyler 8 as well, and it's off the post.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do there when you're hitting it off the backboard. Someone's eventually got to put it on net.
Okay, now with the clear, he's got a full tank of boost. Looks like he might go for a solo play here. Goes off the wall. It's a nice
okay.
Flip. Gets it past one, but Irie gets a nice clear, and it'll be a 1v2 situation here. Chief Nick kind of gets a nice clear. It's two demos!
We said that at the same time.
If that clears up the field for Grand Clamps there. Irie a little bit awkward there as he gets bumped, but Rooney's able to help him out. Jaden now, 0 boost, gets a nice touch off the corner.
Chief Nick taking it up the wall. It seems that the offensive pressure is just frightening for Cornbred. Luckily, as I say that, they put it over into Grand Clamp's side. Irie creating opportunity. Pike Chris, nice shot opportunity. Crossbear number 15. Oh, that's tough. But that one's going to float right over as Chief Nick puts it right to Rooney. Rooney with a soft touch to the corner. He's going to follow. Two teammates are there, so it's going to be a little condensed. Not too much space between them. Another shot up. Pilot just redirects it back over to Chief Nick. That one's a little too wide there as Irie puts it right back over to their side.
Chief Nick trying to get a nice clear there, but not quite. Rooney tries to get a shot, but just a little bit awkward as Tyler 8 kicks it over to their corner. Pilot Chris throwing it middle. Chief Nick not quite able to get it, but Irie was playing too far back. Now Rooney here for a shot. Might try to get a double tap here. It's there, but off the bar again.
Number 16.
Have you been counting this whole time?
I'm just paying attention to chat a little bit. Oh, almost a doomsy from Pilot Chris there. Rooney coming in. I'm noticing Rooney's not getting a lot of powerful shots. I mean, he's getting them on the goal, which counts for something, but with this team, they're so quick and so aggressive that soft shots aren't going to cut it.
And even for both teams, a lot of shot opportunities going off for both Grand Clamps and the Cornbred Cowboiz. But, they're just unfortunately hitting posts and not quite able to get on target.
As this one's going to slowly roll over to Irie, putting it across the field. I was thinking it was going for a pass to a teammate, but not quite as he's down the wall with 15 boosts. Rooney taking it over. It's going to boom right across midfield. Jaden with a soft touch, hopefully. Pilot Chris there to 50. Back to middle. Can Irie beat it for a shot? Tyler puts it over to the corner. Tyler Chris on the wall. Ball's just floating.
And now taking it up, trying to kick it back. Rooney getting a nice soft touch for a second man, but second man's not there. Jaden now punching it off their back wall.
Oh!
And looks like Arthur with an absolute bang.
That was a really great read from Tyler. So Jaden there setting it up on the corner and then pressuring Irie to come out. Love to see the teamwork there as that puts him up. Yeah, puts him up 1 goal here with 2 minutes left.
Chief Nick leaving that ball for Jaden there. He takes it. Looks like it might be another shot opportunity, and oh my!
Jaden got 11. Oh man, look at this. Just a nice little
way early.
And I mean, Irie had the opportunity to save it, just couldn't quite do it properly off of the backboard, as that is going to put him at a 2-goal deficit with little less than 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, they're really going to have to kick it in gear if they want to sweep this game for game 2 and get themselves in a match point here. It's tough, but it definitely can be done.
And no, definitely as... Ooh, Irie going for a ceiling shot. He flips a little too early. Little boost. Bumps Jaden.
Nice bump, though. Clears up the field for Rooney. Now
Rooney, that's a shot on!
Tyler 8 was able to get a nice save, though. Chief Nick now. Pilot Chris snagging it from him. Looks like he's gonna go for a reverse aerial off the wall, but gets demoed unfortunately by Chief Nick.
Oh man, with almost a minute left, ball's gonna go over into their opposite corner. Jaden getting beat by Irie. That one's gonna be open. Rooney's there. Perfect cleanup by Cornbred.
This game just became so tangible, so winnable for Cornbred Cowboiz.
You know, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the face cams at all, but Pilot Chris, he's wearing some pitties. Some pit vipers.
I do see that. Yeah, he's looking very nice on camera.
I don't know how he's playing with those, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I would be blinded or hindered somehow by my gameplay, but with a little less than a minute.
Rooney now taking it into their corner. Jaden gets a nice clear over to mid. A little bit over though. Area a little out of position. Jaden gets a nice bump on him. Also on Pilot. Double commit there from Grand Clans. Now Rooney here on the wall. Gets one more touch hopefully. Not quite.
Well, it looks like Trey's saying the pit vipers are fake. You know, I'm not going to be that guy to verify whether that's true or not. All I know is he's looking quite swag. And to be honest, I feel like you're just a little jealous. Ooh, perfect save there from Jaden.
15 seconds left to go here. Cornbred Cowboys need some more offensive pressure here. Pilot Chris goes for a shot, but not quite. Rooney gets a pass mid. Jaden with a miss. Not enough boost from Rooney to get the cut on the ball. Chief Nick now playing really slow. Gets a nice 50. Pilot Chris going up for it, trying to keep it up in the air. Irie going for a shot. It's a little bit too high.
Oh, he keeps it up! Oh,
man.
man.
Another save there.
Beautiful finish from Grand Clams. Way to bring it back for that second game there. Putting them at a 1-1 series score.
Yeah, there's not a whole bunch of shots going on so far in this series. You know, I mean, it's a little bit weird, but you know, we're not seeing anyone score until, you know, after, you know, first 2 minutes, 3 minutes of the game, and so it's gonna be a little bit, still a little bit of a coin flip. You know, we're gonna be able to see a lot of teams kind of adjusting to each other's play styles, and it's gonna be a matter of who can adjust the best and who can adjust the fastest.
It looks like North Shore says script writing is going crazy. The only script writing that's happening is Nuko. I have no affiliation. My prediction is wrong, so you can't blame me. But we're going to hop right into here with this game. This is going to be a very important game here, as whoever wins this next one puts them at match point. And honestly, it's really tough to be that team where, oh, whiffed there by Jaden. Yeah, but I mean, as I was saying, it's really tough to beat the team down one when the other team's on match point and you need to win to stay alive.
Yeah, it really does set the tone for the other team. You know, it makes them feel a lot more pressure. The pressure does stay on, and Irie gets a nice shot to set this game up. 4:39 with a nice early goal going for Cornbred Cowboys here.
You know, I really love the patience actually too from him. He doesn't try to do anything flashy. He just waits, you know, see what they can do. Whiffs, unfortunately, and easy put into the net. Irie going up for that one. That one's going to be on. Demo's coming out. Oh, this is a change of pace for sure for Cornbred, as they've already scored 2 goals, more than they have last game in 30 seconds. What an incredible start.
Pilot Chris not able to get the aerial read, but he goes, that's okay. I'll go for the goalie.
All right. Again, 30 seconds in. Grand Clamps are down 2 goals right now. I don't know. Right now, what do you think's going through Grand Clamps' minds? Like, they're down 2 goals, 30 seconds in. Do you think they're kind of mauling a little bit, or?
Definitely not. You know, I think that, you know, it's really important to try to keep the mental high, especially in situations like this where, you know, if you lose this game, then the pressure is really on. Like, this is your one cushion game that you've got if you lose this game. And, you know, I think that it's really important to try to keep the mental high. Jaden with a nice shot off the post, and it looks like Irie gets a nice clear. But anyways, like I was kind of saying, it's really important to try to keep the mental high here. So I think so long as they just try to keep the pressure up, you know, keep their speed up, keep their pace up, I think they'll be okay.
Let's see if they can read that. There's 2 up. Pilot Chris has almost full boost. He does get a pass when Jaden gets the demo. He's last. He's just going to put this one up in the air. Goes for an aerial. Can he get it over one? The ball opens net. Oh, what a save from Pilot Chris.
Irie with a nice clear here. He's got no boost, but a little bit of time to play with. Gets over one. Double commit there. Rooney gets a nice soft touch there. Gets one more. Gets 50 there, though, and Pilot Chris and he's going to have to play back.
Nice touch.
Looking a little scary.
Double commit coming out of there from two of them. Ball's still going to be in front of their net.
Rooney with a nice look here, but looks like Tyler and Chief are going to be taking it away. Pilot Chris now throwing it back into Grand Clamps' corner with Jaden playing back. Here he gets a nice clear. It looks like it might go in if Tyler doesn't touch this. Oh, off the post. Rooney now with a shot, but Tyler able to get a nice save.
Pilot Chris puts that one right onto net. Jaden there, nice booming clear to his teammate, Chief Nick. You can't read it as Rooney is there, kind of got an open net. He does get the flick, but it's off the backboard for Tyler to get. So then Irie will follow. Not taking the corner boost. Back over as Pilot Chris booms it. Tyler answering. Irie on the backboard. Chief Nick, beautiful defense. Trying to follow, but he doesn't as Rooney goes up maybe for a double tap. He misses Jaden with the nice booming clear to Pilot.
We're seeing a lot of offensive pressure here from Cornbred Cowboiz. And, you know, I just think that, you know, Grand Clamps are getting clears, but they're going right at the feet of Cornbred Cowboiz, and they're just able to bounce it right back. And just not able to kind of get anything moving.
Well, looks like we're all saying, Crip, that's your car. I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, he's talking about the Jeep Wrangler. No, I have a Jeep Wrangler. Or not Wrangler. Renegade. What an incredible save!
The redirect.
Oh! Too busy talking about Jeeps with Jaden. The beautiful save there. I love the read, though, by Pilot Chris. Just having the reaction to Jaden's touch to put that in right away.
Yeah, and, you know, the aerial shot from Rooney was just enough to make it awkward for Jaden, and Chris took advantage of that so well. Irie and Tyler up here now. Tyler gets a nice beat on him, though. Chris gonna have to challenge early here to try to keep a little bit more possession. Jaden now for a shot.
Oh! What a slapper from Jaden.
Not quite the touch that you'd want if you are in the perspective of Tyler or Chris there. And it's a little bit out, a little bit towards Jaden there, and not quite towards the corner. But that's okay. It's okay for Cornbred Cowboiz because they've got a little bit of cushion room here. 1:30 left to go, so you know, they still have to be a little bit careful, but they've got one more goal for cushion.
All right, that one's going off the board. Rooney. Jaden's just hunting for demos. His Chief Nick fakes it right there. That one's going on the backboard too as he's into the goal. Zero boost. Jaden, not the best touch. That's going to go in middle as Tyler is last. Let's see what kind of backboard defense they have as there's a double commit. This could be an opportunity as it's going towards middle. Jaden gives their teammates time. Just booms it right back over their side.
Chief Nick and now Pilot going for a nice 50 here. Pilot Chris is going to take it over, get it over one, but Tyler gets a nice read on him. Jaden now kicking it over to Tyler for a passing play, but not quite. 50 seconds left to go here. Grand Clamps need to get this ball rolling over to their side if they want to keep this game going and go into game 3 with some, you know, a little bit more of a confident mindset. Jaden now getting a nice touch over to their corner. Chief Nick playing back, but Tyler throws it a little bit too far.
Oh, the double. Jaden, beautiful clear. But Pilot Chris is going to be there to stop it as that one goes right over Chief Nick. Tyler able to answer. Can he get down the field? Maybe a redirect? No, Rooney's up in the air already as Jaden is last. Pilot Chris beats him. This could be an opportunity. Does he put it on net? No, Tyler, perfect interruption by him. Just rotating back as Irie. Ooh, the whiff.
Not quite. Just didn't have the boost for it. It didn't look like. Jaden now playing some shadow defense here. Tyler AG going to help him out. And 3 seconds left to go here. It looks like this game is going to go to Cornbred Cowboiz.
I don't know. This seemed... It wasn't too close as these last two games were, but... I mean, Cornbred, they seem to be... You know, it seems like something's kind of changed. They're playing a little bit different.
Yeah, and I think that Cornbred, they're playing very different. You know, we saw some very early aggression there in the first, 30 seconds, and they were able to get 2 goals off the bat. And that's super awesome for them because it sets the tempo, it sets the game. They have a little bit of comfort room to play with now, and they don't have to try as hard to, really secure those goals. If it happens, it happens, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. We're still up 2, so it's going to be a real, challenge for Grand Clamps to kind of come back here.
Yeah, and I'm kind of just looking at the after game stats or the post game stats, and Chief Nick, he only got 64 points, and granted points don't matter too much, but when you're not scoring, you're not putting shots on net, getting assists or saves, like I don't know, I guess what are you doing? He could have been getting demos, but you know, it just matters what kind of demos you're getting also, like if they really matter or not.
Yeah, that's totally fair. You know, sometimes you kind of have a bad game, those happens. And, I mean, sometimes you're out of rotation and it's not quite right for you. You're getting beat all the time and you're kind of like in a little bit of a slump almost. And so maybe he gets back into this. Hopefully he can kind of get a couple plays going. I know that he had a couple shot opportunities there, but they just weren't able to ball as he good time.
Yeah, and I can tell right now Cornbred is just putting the offensive pressure on them. Because Grand Plants, they're running out of boost. Jaden's been 0 boost for, I would say, a good 15 seconds now.
Tyler right now trying to go for a passing play here. He gets it over 1. Now kicks it up to Jaden, but a little bit too far as Irie now in the corner. He's going to take this ball. Jaden gets a nice 50 though. Rooney kicks it way over their side. Kind of a little bit of a shot opportunity there off the post though, but Tyler gets a nice pass.
Oh, double!
It's rolling.
Jaden
gets a nice save. Irie for a double tap, gets it off the backboard there.
That one's going straight at Chief Nick as he's going to pop that one into the air. Pilot misses the demo. He does get it past Rooney. Irie, luckily third man, does get the clear, and that one's going to go over. Tyler's last right now. He does. Oh no, what an own goal! Jaden! Unfortunate for Grand Clamps. Tyler, he does what he can to save it, and he does at the bare minimum what he needs to do.
No, absolute panic coming from Grand Clamps there. They just needed to slow down a little bit more and they would have been okay.
Well, Cornbred leading with a 1-goal score already. A little less than a minute has passed, or a little over a minute has passed. But a nice moving clear.
Chris now trying to get a nice redirect there. Tyler kicks it back into the corner. Pilot takes it right back from him though and kicks it back over. Chief Nick now stealing it. Gets one more read, kind of a soft touch there on the wall. Irie has a little bit of boost to play with, doesn't quite get the touch on it though. And now Rooney with a nice pitch to keep it on their side. Doesn't have any boost, he's trying to steal the ball. He does.
Oh, almost a pass towards Chief Nick there from Jaden. Tyler's racing, he does get beat. It's kind of open. Irie doesn't get the demos. That one's going across. Gives Grand Clamps enough time. Oh, that's a shot opportunity. Tyler's there. Can he get the flick? No, he doesn't. Pilot beats him.
Absolutely destroying 50. Rooney for a shot, but it's just not quite enough power there to get it past Jaden. And now Pilot Chris gets a nice 50 on 1.
Oh, he's tanking. All right, now it just seems that Rooney almost putting it on. Yeah, no, it just seems like Grand Clamps are playing a lot of defense right now. It's not the Grand Clamps that we saw in the first 2 games. The dynamic has completely changed as they're just low on boost. Tyler's still rotating back with 0 boost. Trying to pass over to Nick. A little bit of panic maybe as Irie puts that one on. Chief Nick does get a beautiful touch. However, they're still only down 1 goal here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of time to play with, you know. It only takes 1 goal to get this game back to tying, and then you're back in it, you know, then you've got that confidence going, but they really need to get a goal here. They didn't score at all last game, and they kind of need to get this ball rolling.
100%, I agree. But this one, Tyler doesn't get the 50. That one's going to kind of float for Jaden. He puts it on, what a beautiful save!
Irie gets a nice save, and another nice 50 for Rooney to try to keep this ball rolling, but Jaden gets a nice bump on him. Pilot Chris now, being the last man back, doesn't quite get the 50 that he wants, but Irie's there. Jaden now with a nice 50 as well.
Where's their third?
Here's the shot. No, quite. Irie was just standing right there. Pilot Chris now with a beautiful bang. With a nice 50 on, looks like Tyler there. Jaden now with a good pop. No boost to follow though. Pilot Chris is up early.
Alright, well time kind of winding down, a little over a minute left, but still not too many opportunities coming for Grand Clamps. Hopefully something can change here soon as the demo is coming from Chief Nick. Not really anything opening up. Pilot misses the touch. Tyler gets it past 1, another touch. Irie doesn't get the clear. Jaden's there! Sky highs it!
Chief Nick now a little bit awkward here. 50 seconds left to go. There's still time to get some offensive pressure going here. They just need to get a regain boost and get a little bit more rotational situation going, and they'll be back in this. Avery now for a shot. Tyler Ray kicks it back, and now Rooney's way up. A lot of boost here to work with. He gets one more touch. A little awkward here. Jaden's gonna let this ball roll. Gets it past one, but Pilot Chris is there. Tyler is a little awkward.
It's on the goal line, guys. Calm down. No.
Oh.
No. What happened? It just rolled in.
A little bit too awkward to get the early touch, and Pilot Chris took advantage of that, but it puts it on both crossbars there, and it just rolls along the goal line.
Well, almost a tight read by Nick there. Jaden doesn't put it on net. He needed to, and it's tough. 10 seconds left. They need to score like ASAP. Pilot getting the Chris to middle. Chief Nick booming it over. That's going to be game 4, folks, as that one drops. Oh, man. Honestly, not a bad series. Like, it seemed pretty close the whole time.
Obviously, we're both a little surprised. We both voted for Grand Clamps, so seeing that Cornbred Cowboiz came out on top, a little bit interesting.
Yeah. But we're going to see. We got to try to get these guys in a winner's interview. But yeah, now you kind of see how these guys play. You know how they played, but you feel like you've kind of scouted them out a little bit.
From a Div B captain perspective, I think that the Pilot Chris was absolutely popping off there. He had so many shots. He was really getting them on target, and they were powerful. They were actually shots that you had to waste boost and save. They weren't just those shots that you bang into the corner or bang off the wall, and you don't really have to do much to save the ball. You can kind of just take control and then maintain control of the ball. But Pilot Chris was really putting some shots on board, and they were a little bit scary.
But yeah, they are still getting in here. Looks like we got Rooney. What is up, Rooney?
Hello.
Hello. Well, I got you guys. Let's see. We're gonna transfer over to winner's interview here. Get you beautiful looking men on the screen. Dude, Pilot Chris, his forehead is covering the whole camera. I don't know what's going on there.
On the VOD, it's fine.
Oh, okay, now I know what Trey means. They're fake. They're literally... Okay, it's like a filter.
It is.
That's embarrassing. Well, as we are waiting to get everybody else in here, I guess I can go ahead and ask you just, I don't know, how you feel after that series. You guys won 3-1. Yeah, how do you feel?
Honestly, really well. We were working on our rotations and our communication a lot this last week. So it was nice to see it kind of come to fruition as we were playing these guys and kind of help us get the win. So, yeah.
I agree, yeah. Were there any specific expectations coming against Grand Clamps this week?
Well, I have Tyler AG in one of my classes, so we were kind of talking about it a little bit. No, we expected demos from Jaden, considering his record he has, especially from last year on Rat Pack. So, other than that, we've only scrimmed them once. So, we kind of had a little idea of what they were about, but that was at the beginning of the season too. So we didn't have a huge idea. So we just kind of came out playing as hard as we could. Good.
I love to hear it. But yeah, it looks like we got Ayuri and Pilot Chris in here. What is up, guys?
Hey.
All right. Well, I guess I kind of already asked Rooney how he's feeling. How are you guys feeling, just in general, just about the win?
I felt pretty good. I know you guys were talking about Jaden's demos at the beginning, so I think we tried to demo him a little bit because he was kind of sitting in net. He had a bunch of saves. And
yeah.
I feel like he probably didn't like some of the bumps and demos on him.
No, it's
Started
not.
out, like being a big thing, and then later on, like the last few games, we didn't demo as much. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, it can be quite annoying when you're getting bumped and demoed. I know the other side of it, regardless of my past history with Rat Pack. But, Nuko, I'll let you go ahead and ask whoever you want some questions.
Pilot, Chris, and Ieri, you guys were offensive gurus. You guys were putting shots on board left and right, and they were really good shots. You know, bumping. You know, Pilot, Chris, I saw there was one demo that you got, and it was beautiful. And Ieri, you had a lot of shot opportunities there, and you were making them. So I have to ask you guys, how has Rooney been to you guys as a captain? You know, like how are you guys collabing together, and you know, what is the team chemistry looking like?
I think it's been pretty well. Initially, I think we just like none of us had played together before, so like the last few games rotations have been kind of an issue. But we like grinded Rocket League one night, and I feel like we got a lot more used to each other in our rotations. Because I like to like cut in a lot when I'm rotating back, just to fuck up or to mess up the other team. And then like Erie, I know like we had some things that like we wouldn't do well together initially, and I think we worked through that with Rooney, kind of helping us out there.
Yeah, I think that's somewhat true. I think because I also have a bad habit where I drop back too far, so that way I can never commit in time, or there's just a pass in front of the net. But Rooney kind of helped me understand that, like, we had to change things up. So the rotation was definitely an issue for me. I kind of was pretty bad at that, too far back the whole time. But yeah, he's been helping us see like things a lot more clear that we don't usually see. Like I hesitate a lot. I don't know if it happened a lot in this game, but usually I would just watch the ball. But Rooney's kind of been helping like a lot lately.
Awesome. Well, I thought you guys' rotations were super clean. I always thought that you guys' second man and third man were always kind of on point. I never really saw a time, with the exception of maybe once or twice where, you know, there was a wide open net and no one was there, you know? There was a lot of times where you guys were, you know, on the ball and ready to play second man, ready to play third man. So that was really good on you guys' part.
Thank you.
Thanks.
But yeah, I mean, just congratulations to you guys' win tonight. Like, you guys are sitting at what, 2-2 now, correct?
2-2. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So you're about that mid area, you know, not at the bottom, not at the top, but you're still in the dogfight. Regardless though, like, this is just for seeds. This is just for seeding, and when playoffs come, it can be a whole new dog part. Because I remember Rooney, you know, Whirl, you guys are good buddies. He almost made LAN, and I believe he was like the bottom seeded team. That's just crazy. Yeah, and no, I was rooting for him. But yeah, I mean, again, congratulations on your guys' win tonight. Celebrate however you wish. I do recommend staying inside though, as the storm warning. It is cold outside. All right.
Yeah.
We talk about how we were underestimated though with that poll. It was like 88% to 12%.
Was it?
It was actually. It was when I
That's
checked
crazy.
it. It was 97-3, and I won't lie to you guys. Billy and I, Criplify and I, we're actually captains on Dippy as well. But being totally honest, we haven't actually seen you guys play. However, we have seen Grand Clamps play, and Grand Clamps, you know, they're a pretty good team. You know, they've been really getting some good teams off the boards, and you know, they're actually winning a lot of good games. And just watching them play, it's been really fun to watch them play. And based on the idea that just, you know, your guys' stats on paper weren't that great, and Grand Clamps, seeing them, they were pretty good. We bet on Grand Clamps, but after seeing this performance from you guys were really showing them up and proving us wrong, which is, you know, good job on your guys' part.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
But yeah, no, I look forward to seeing what all is in store for Division B. I mean, not only Division B, Division A, and Division C. But yeah, again, congratulations. Look forward to what else you guys can do the rest of the season. And, you know, when playoffs come, just go hard. You know, I love the competitiveness and all that. But again, congratulations, and we'll see you when we see you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Praise Dale, brother.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Our Div B matchup went to Cornbred 3-1 against Grand Clamps. It wasn't the turnout that we expected. Nuko, you did predict 3-1, but it was Grand Clamps, and I predicted 3-0 from Grand Clamps. So I guess we were both wrong. So was chat too. They were saying.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I personally have never seen Cornbred Cowboys play, so I put my money on Grand Clamps, and they proved me wrong. They really showed up for this game. They may have lost the first one, but they adjusted so well, and they were able to just rotate and keep the pressure up. The games 3 and 4 was mainly on Grand Clamps' side, just because they couldn't combat the offensive pressure that Cornbred Cowboys had, and it was really, really interesting to see the kind of change of pace there.
I agree. Yeah. But I mean, we'll keep it kind of short, just keeping the ball rolling and whatnot, as we have another matchup here. Division C, like I mentioned before, probably mentioned it a few times and whatnot, but it'll be Eternal Abode versus Crusaders. I'm not too familiar with Division C. I don't know about you, Nuko, if you are really.
Unfortunately not, just being first season in this DCRL, unfortunately I'm not too familiar. I'm still kind of familiarized myself with even Div B people and Div A people. It's a little bit of a cluster, so yeah I don't.
And I mean, on the plus side, like, we're still growing. We're getting more and more people involved, and not just because of the competitiveness, but like, this is ultimately just for everybody that loves to play Rocket League to have fun playing with other people, just all over in North and South Dakota, MSUM Concordia. So if that's anything you're interested in, and this is your first time checking in, you can also check out our social media links that are down below. But yeah, I will just cut it short there, put it on intermission, and I will see you guys here shortly for Division C.